I got a box of magic cards, and we're gonna be looking through some cards. Not sure if you guys can hear this tapping. The mic's really far away, but it sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll move the mic closer. Yeah, this is my rare box or something. Sort of. So these are all like rares or maybe some mythics. I did put some cards in here because I wanted to. Let's see. What's I gonna say? Put these in some deck. I think I want to put this in I'm building this cruel pioneer deck. This card would be kind of good for. I guess we can read it. So I want to do a nice little card reading. Read some rares. We're probably not gonna get through all these because that's a lot. But we'll just vibe for a couple minutes and chill. But yeah, this Ravager worm, I love the worms, are so cool. Look at this artwork. It's like eating that Sphinx almost, but yeah. It's got Riot. It's a 4/5, 4/5 mana, 6 mana, but it could be a 5/6 or have haste. And when it enters the battlefield, you can have a fight target creature you don't control, or return target land with the activated ability that isn't a mana, or destroy target land. Sorry, super cool. And then we got Samut, the Tested from Amonkhet. Yeah, you mainly use this for the -2. Deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 target creatures or players. So you just ping your dinos. Super spicy. And Blossoming, yeah, just some other cards from my deck. Kessig Wolfrun, love this card. You could do X, green and red. Tap this. Target creature gets X and gains trample until the end of the turn. Super fun. Then we just got some other random cards actually. Why are these Raymond Swollen arts in here? They should be somewhere else. Yes, let's get to the rares though. I mean, I guess those are some rares, but this is Mutilate. So someone actually gave this to me for free when I bought it on, I think, eBay. So kind of thankful for the free card. 2 and 2 black. All creatures get -1, -1 to the end of turn for each swamp you control. Ooh. Liliana developed a fondness for the moment when roaring becomes squealing. Interesting. Now we got some Raymond Swanland. Such beautiful art. Magma Phoenix 3 and 2 red. This from M11. Wow. Flying. When Magma Phoenix is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each player, and you can return it from your graveyard to your hand. 3/3 is flying, not the best, but it's kinda cool. Warstorm Surge, I gotta throw this, I think. No, it should be in my command deck. 5 mana, 5 jet, colorless, and a red enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Let's go, that is so awesome. Listen to the roar, the feel, the thunder, the Immersturm. What? The Immersturm shows its approval with every bolt of lightning. Awesome. Let's see what else we got. Grim Return from M14. Choose target creature in a graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Super cool, actually. Wait a minute. Why isn't this card played? The Necromancer's Touch strips away the memory and loyalty, and only strength and malice remain. Ooh, this is actually really cool art too. Kind of grim looking, if you say so. Archfield of Ifnir, super cool art. it's the same artist actually as this guy, Seb McKinnon. Wow. From Amonkhet, no. Just gotta correct myself. This is from Hours of Devastation. Oh man, people are probably gonna crucify me in the comments. So this is 3 and 2 black, 5/4 with flying. Whenever you cycle or discard another creature, put a -1 counter on each creature opponent controls. That actually seems pretty good, and it's a 5/4 flying. Like that in itself is pretty good. Dead Eye Tracker, yup. The Explorer, I love the mechanic. 1, this is from Ixalan. He's a 1/1 for 1. Tap for 2. Exile 2 target card from an opponent's graveyard. And then it explores. Super cool. I love that like Jade Light Ranger card. Super cool. Sword Point Diplomacy. 2 colorless and a black. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library for each creature. For each of those cards, put that card into your hand unless an opponent plays 3, then exile the rest. Take my blood if you want, just don't take my gold. I thought this card was gonna be so good. I just love the idea of, revealing the top 3 and you could draw 3, or your opponent could like lose 3 to 9 life. That just seemed pretty fun to me, so I think I bought a couple of those. I was making some like janky, just standard deck. Yeah, I picked up a couple of them. There's another one. I was trying to make like a weird deck. Yeah, there's more Deadeye Tracker. I don't have too many of the same rares in here, but there's the 4th. I mean, at this point, I should probably add that to a deck. I think that'd be kind of fun. Wait, I have more of them. Why do I have so many? I must open some. The Bounty of Lux. I always loved this artwork, but I don't think this card's that good. Maybe, I don't know. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all flood counters from Bounty of the Luxa. If no counters were removed this way, put a flood counter on Bounty of the Luxa and draw a card. Otherwise, add 1 colorless and a green and a blue to your mana pool. I mean, I think some commander decks have that a card in it, but I don't know how good it actually is. I think I also opened up a lot of them. Yeah, I got 3. All these were just from opening it. Temet Vizier of Noctamun. It's a 2/2 for 2 Azorius colors. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, yep. Target creature token you control gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn and cannot be blocked this turn. And you could end Embalmment. I actually look at this card, look at the background. I love the hieroglyphics and stuff. I should probably read some more books about that time period because it's super cool. Here's Oracle's Vault. We got some Sphinx. 4 generic. You could pay 2 and tap this. Exile the top card of your library until the end of turn. You may play that card. Put a brick counter on this card. Tap it. Exile the top card of your library until the end of turn. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. Activate this ability only if there are 3 or more brick counters. Huh. This actually doesn't seem that bad. If there are 3 or more brick counters, I can actually, it's probably really susceptible to removal and it takes too long to get out, but it'd be kind of cool. Got another one. I did open like a lot of Ixalan. The Pyramid of Pantheon. This is a super cool card. Look at this art. For 1 generic, then you pay 2, tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Put a brick counter on the Pantheon. Tap it, add 3 mana of 1 color to your mana pool. Activate this ability with 3 or more brick counters. 5 gods, 1 purpose. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's so cool. You can see the other like pyramids here. That's cool. Nice artwork. Oh, the Glyph Keeper. My one friend had this in the deck. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. I think it's a 5/3 flying, 3 generic, 2 blue, and when it becomes the target of a spell or an ability for the first time each turn, counter that spell or ability. And then you can embalm it, but yeah, just kind of a cheeky little card. Just cheeky. Oh, we got another one too. New perspectives. Trying to see what I'm looking at, but it's kind of cool. When new perspectives enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, 5 colorless and 1 blue. As long as you have 7 or more cards in hand, you may pay 0 rather than pay cycling costs. Huh. Understanding is a matter of perspective. Ooh. I got another one of those. Oh, we got the split cards. Insult, injury. Damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source you control would deal damage this turn, it deals double that damage. Then we have injury. Aftermath. Cast it from your graveyard in exile. Deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. Cool. Hazard's Favor. At the beginning of your combat of your turn, you may have target creature get +2 and gain haste until the end of turn. If you do, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Hazard's gift is bestowed only once. That's cool. That's actually really fitting. Fitting text to that card. Failure to comply. I love these. Failure to comply. Insult, injury. Nice play on words. Return target spell to its owner's hand. Huh. That's interesting. How does that work? Is it you have to target on the stack, like comply, choose a card name until the end of the turn. Your opponent can't cast spells with the chosen name. It's actually really beautiful artwork. Too bad you can't really see it too much because it's so small. Drake Haven. It's a 2 and a blue. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. If you want to truly test your survival skills, walk the obelisk path when the drakes are feeding. And then initiate the red crop. I mean, that seems pretty impossible, right? Curator of Mysteries, 2 and a 2 blue. For 4/4 flying, whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1. Cycle this for 1. To consult a sphinx is a test in patience. Perhaps that's the point. Cool. Mouth to feed. Create a 3/3 hippo. Nice. And then draw a card for each creature you control with power 3 or greater. I like cards like that because I like playing big boys and then you get to draw more cards off of that. Heaven to Earth. Deals X damage to each creature with flying. And deals X damage to creature without flying. Super cool because literally it's coming down, kills all the stuff in the air, I guess. Then it hits the earth, then everything on the earth does. Liliana's Mystery is actually a nice card. Zombies you control get +1/+1. When Liliana's Mastery, I don't know what I said. Enters the battlefield, create 2 black, 2/2/2 black zombie creature tokens. There's so many of them, it seems they've just been waiting for someone to serve. Liliana. When each opponent chooses a creature he or she controls, you gain control of those creatures. Each opponent chooses a creature he or she controls, you gain control of those creatures. For 5 and 2. So you kill. Wow, this might be kind of cool for like a commander deck, you know? If you're playing against multiple opponents. Shadow of the Grave. Ooh, kind of a cool card is Big Shadow. Return to your hand all cards in your graveyard that you cycled or discarded this turn. Death has seeped into every path of this plane. I can feel it in my own skin and taste it like sand in my mouth. Nissa Rivane. Shadow of the Grave. Karizev Expertise. Gain control of target creature or vehicle until the end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until the end of turn. You may cast a card but convert a mana cost to a lesser hit without paying its mana cost. I was made for this. Yeah, I guess just kind of a way to play against heavy vehicle decks. I forgot I was making some deck, maybe we'll see it, where I used this card because I liked it for so much for some reason. Maybe I just hated the vehicle so much. Oh, this possesses. This is really weird because whenever I see this card, I think this is a horn, and I think this is like an eye, and this is a mouth. So I think it's like a dragon, but it's not. It's just this is face turning its head. But I thought this card was so cool when it first came out. Choose an artifact card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the chosen name and exile them. I just love cards like that. Just like, hey you, I know something in your deck, and I'm gonna go find it and destroy every piece of it. Man, I love it. It's never like that good, but it's fun. Like, surgical extraction is so fun. Rampaging Bayloths. They got some big boys coming in. 4 generic, 2 green for 6/6 with trample. And whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a 4/4 green beast token onto the battlefield. When the land is angry, so are they. That's Nissa. And it's just cool seeing some like big Bayloth dudes, you know. Tidebinder Mage. 2 blue for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, tap a target red or green creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Tidebinder Mage. Just some green red hate. I guess I pulled that card because I don't think I would have bought it. Oh yeah, render silent throwback to Dragon's Maze. Counter target spell. Its controller can't cast spells this turn. I remember seeing this card and was like, dude, that's OP. Not only do you counter my spell, but then I just can't like play this turn. We have confiscated your spells as evidence. Once we conclude our investigation, you may petition to have them returned. Man, I don't like Azorius. They got all the good stuff. Clan Defiance. Okay, I do have this card. It's a dark in art. Choose 1 or more. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature with flying. 1 or more. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature without flying. And or Clan Defiance deals X damage to target player. Wait, choose 1 or more. So you just gotta pick at least. I feel like that's like so good. So if you cast it for 5, you can deal 5 damage to a creature with flying. 5 damage to a creature without flying, and then 5 damage to your opponent. That seems good. But yeah, it's a gate crash. Got another one. We opened up a pretty good amount of gate crash because that was like the first set. Reap Intellect. I thought this card was so cool when I first had it. I guess it had an X and then a 2 and a 1 and a 1. Well, I don't know. Just a lot going on with the mana. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose up to X non-land cards from it and exile them. For each card exiled this way, search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards of the same name as that card and exile them. Oh, this is a spicy one. Kind of a lot of mana to cast, but pretty good. Renounce the guild. Each player sacrifices a multicolored permanent. Scorers will die in the name of peace. That is what you call compromise. Question mark. Gideon, Curator, Aurelia. Got another one. We had to open at least a couple of Dragon's Maze booster boxes. Is that Dragon's Maze? Yeah. Divine Reckoning. What is this again? Oh my gosh, what set is this? Innistrad, is that? No. Oh, I can't believe I forgot what set that was. Each player chooses a creature he or she controls, destroy the rest, and you can flash it back. Survival of the purest. Ooh. Here we got Manor Gargoyle, a 5 mana for 4/4 defender, and has an indestructible as long as that defender. And you can tap or you can pay 1. Until the end of the turn, it loses defender and gains flying. Nothing can break it but the fall. Dearly Departed, flying 5/5 or 6. As long as Dearly Departed is in your graveyard, each human creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Never forget our ancestors. They have not forgotten us. Mixius. Here we got Where Ancients Tread. Some Attack on Titan stuff over here. Whenever a creature with power 5 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Where Ancients Tread deal 5 damage to target creature or player. Never subtle nor cryptic is the reckoning of the mighty. Spicy. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought I saw something in the background of the art. Oh, Flesh and Blood. Got these cards now. You may cast one or both halves of this card in your hand. So Flesh. Exile target creature card from a graveyard. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature. X is the power of the card you exile. And Blood. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Kinda cool. I didn't like the idea of those cards, but I don't know how good it is. I always thought this card was super OP, but it turns out it wasn't really. But I got red and a green. Search your library for 3 creature cards and reveal them. If you reveal 3 creatures with different names, choose one of them at random and put that card in your hand. Shuffle the rest in your library. So, kind of rolling the dice a little bit. Wait a minute. 3 creature cards. So, if you reveal 3 creatures with different names, choose one of them at random. But what if you reveal them all with the same name? You just... yeah, I don't know. Cruel clan folk obey few rules, but all feel bound to answer the call to the horn. Now I think you have to reveal different names. Archaon of the Triumvirate. This is Return to Ravnica. Whenever this card attacks, detain up to 2 non-land permanents your opponent controls. That is until the next turn. Those permanents can't attack or block, and their activated abilities can't be activated. This seems pretty good, actually. Cool, it's a lot of mana, those 7 mana. Oh, Etherling, yeah. We hated this card because we thought it was so OP, but for 6, a 4/5 for 6, you can exile, return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. It could become unblockable, and you can mess around with its power and toughness. So you can get it to like, was it an 8-1? Yeah, 8-1 unblockable. And if anything, bounce it back to your, or exile it so it can't be countered. Yeah, we got a bunch of them. So cheeky. Curse of the Blood Letting. Enchant the player. If a sorcerer would deal damage to enchanted player, it deals double that damage to that player instead. It is the demon's mark and infernal claim of the flesh of the guilty. I don't know if that's worth it. Because that's 5 mana, and like that's already pretty deep into the game, you know? Maybe for like Commander. Yeah, Tajik, Blood of the Legion. He's indestructible. He's a 2/2. Whenever he attacks, and at least 2 other creature attack, gets +5 to the end of the turn. This battalion mechanic was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. That was my first deck I ever had, because I had that Boros Gate Crash Foundry Champion. That's what it's called. I run the maze alone, but I fight with the full might of the Legion. Oh yeah, Melek Izzet Paragon. This guy's super cool. So he's a 6 mana 2/4. Play with the top of your card or your library revealed. He's a weird wizard. You may cast a top card of your library if it's instant or sorcery card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery card from your library, copy it. Oh, and you may choose new targets. Like, oh, that's so spicy, bro. I got another one. A Johnny's Chosen. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a 2/2 white cat creature token on the battlefield. If that enchantment is an Aurora, you may attach it to the token. United Auroras will level mountains. The Johnny stuff's kind of cool. I love his Planeswalker for some reason. Alright, let's do one more card. Wind Reader Sphinx. Flying 3/7 for 7 mana. When a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. What is there, M11? Wait. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw. Wait, that's actually so good. Not a lot of mana though. Your mind is too filled with foolish concerns to hear the subtle whispers that breeze brings. Those subtle whispers. Kind of ironic that we're whispering to it. So, I mean, we got through a pretty fat stack of the cards, but we still got a lot of cards to go, so I guess I'll put like a little stamp where we are and we'll pick up. So I thought we'd get a lot farther, honestly. So, I mean, we can do that. I mean, we got so many cards here. I have like all the Modern Horizons stuff over here. I mean, there's nothing to talk about there, but they're all pretty cool. But yeah, we got a lot of juicy stuff. Oh, what's this card doing here? But yeah, I'll do another episode soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this little chatting. I do like just reading stuff. I feel like it's super relaxing. I know a lot of other people like the reading. Like we're doing a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh readings, but I need some more Magic the Gathering content for all the Magic the Gathering fans out there. Not fans, but the people like the content, or this type of content. Because I don't do too much Magic content. I really gotta buy like a booster box soon or something. Actually, I think me and my friend are gonna buy a booster box soon, but we're just gonna chill and open it. It's not gonna be a video. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed the chat and the hanging out, the whispers. Thanks for watching.